I'm Joe.
And I'm Ben.
And we're the Bourbon Boys. Let's pour a glass. Welcome back. Glad to have you again. I am wearing some Bengals gear today because
Bengals hat.
It's backwards.
It's backwards.
Show them. It's not a Browns hat. It's a Bengals hat.
It's a Bengals hat.
Old school. Because this is just a few days before the Super Bowl. I know this will air after the Super Bowl, so I hope we're celebrating.
Hope we're celebrating after this airs.
Either way, though, the
That's
Bengals
so
have
awesome.
done so much better this year.
It's been awesome.
So it's been a great ride for our Bengals. But today, back to the bourbon, I have a bottle of Old 55. Now, this is not a widely distributed bourbon. This is made in Hoosiertown.
My hometown.
His home state. His home state over in Indiana, in Newtown, Indiana. It's a small distillery. I think as of last year, I don't know if they've expanded. They're only distributing to 4 states right now.
Wow.
4 or 5 states like Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky. I don't know about Ohio, but
Probably
I bought
not.
this down in Lexington, Kentucky, and I don't remember the exact price, but it was in the $70 range. It was about $70-some. And I'll be honest with you, this is the only bottle of this I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I saw it. They had one bottle where I bought it at, and it's the only bottle I've ever seen. But what's interesting about Old 55, other than being small, does a couple cool things. There is no malted barley in this. It is an 80% corn, 20% rye mash bill. So I assume they use amylase enzymes to do the convert on it instead of the malted barley. But in addition to that, they do barrel this in 30-gallon barrels as opposed to 53-gallon barrels, and they store this stuff. It's a grain to glass farm, so they grow all the grain. They do everything. I don't think they do not think they make their own barrels. They outsource that, but everything as far as the product of the whiskey itself is done right there on the farm, their own farm.
It's pretty cool.
They age it in an old school, which is kind of unusual, but it's got several floors, but they use the top floors for storage. All of the barrels are stored in the basement, underground. The temperature range between 66 and 68 is what they said. And it's a high humidity, constant temperature. So I've heard really good things about this, and I've been excited. I've had this for a while, and there's so many bourbons out there.
You could do this
try,
forever. Right?
So I know they have a single barrel one that is done at barrel strength, which is about 111. Which I think they put it in about 110 or 112 in that range. And they just recently, last year, released a 100% corn mash bill, again, with no malted barley at all, just straight corn. So they're the only ones that I'm aware of that are doing something like that. So, like I said, that one makes me want to say, America. So we're going to take a pour here and see how they do this in Indiana. Obviously, MPG is from India. Oh, it looks thick and creamy when you pour it. This is a bottled and bond version, so it's. I do know it's aged a little bit more than 4 years. This company started in 2014, I think. So I think they released their first bottled and bond version in 2020, and this one is a 2020 version. This was in the fall of 2020. It's got all the information there on the back of the bottle. I'm not getting a lot on the nose right now.
Yeah, not too much. Little sweetness.
There it is. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Give it a swirl.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of sweetness. You can get the corn on there. Some vanilla and molasses.
Yeah, a little bit of molasses is what I smell too.
And maybe just a little fruit back there too.
A little bit.
Light fruit. Maybe like an apricot or raisin or something.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's see. Ooh, that's interesting.
Wow.
That's really nice.
All right. Hats off to the Hoosiers so far.
Hey, we make some good stuff.
I know. That is very
really
nice.
nice.
It's a lot of sweetness.
But yeah, very sweet.
But not overly so. It's balanced out. It's got that little spice.
Yeah, just a little bit on the back end
on there. And it's 100 proof at bottle and bond, which just is coming. It's just perfect. I mean, it's just the right amount of
it's
proof to it. Lets all those flavors come through. I mean, it's just a ton of flavors. I'm going to go in. I'm going to get the finish here a little bit. The finish is
pretty long.
Yeah, it's still coming through nice. And the finish, I'm getting mostly the fruit, mostly the sweet kind of. I don't know. It's like between raisin and apricot.
Okay, I can see it. I can see that.
Yeah, it's very different.
It's really good though.
It's very good. It's sweet, but not in the same way. Like I know we like that Knob Creek 12, which is just like
that's
a brown sugar.
Yeah.
This is more like corn, but not syrupy.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
Nice. No, this is super nice. I don't think that. So we are trying something a little new here, just a little bit of ice. We'll try it and see. We got our new mics. You see my mic here?
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's coming through better.
Yeah, we hope. We'll see. Amazon special.
Using a different camera this time, so we're trying to
up the game a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
We got the little year under our belt. We're trying.
We're supposed to be better, getting better every time. Right? That's what they say.
Mostly. I'm still having a lot of fun. So.
Well, yeah.
I'm getting a little more caramel on it now.
Okay. Yeah. Caramel.
Yeah, I'm getting a little more of the caramely and a little more barrel when I put the ice in, like a little more oak coming through, but still the sweetness is still there, and that
real nice.
I want to say raisins, maybe apple. More like
I was getting a little maybe cherry, a little bit.
I'm not maybe.
I don't know.
It's definitely got some fruity. It definitely has but the fruit is in the background. It's not. It's not the front flavor, which I normally I do like the fruit forward ones. I'm not getting any floral on it, which a lot of times you get with the sweet ones, but a really nice, very different flavor.
Ice is. I got a bigger cube than you did. My ice is, I think, muting everything now. Yeah.
But we're going to finish this off, and we're going to come back with our final thoughts.
Okay, ready?
Welcome back. That was an easy.
Empty.
That was easy, yeah.
Very nice.
So we actually poured a little bit more, both of us, after we finished our glasses. The ice, I won't say it ruined it, but it certainly changed it a little bit. It made it more ordinary.
Yes,
is the best way, and it made the mouth. You lost that creamy mouthfeel. I don't know if when I poured this, you could just has almost a thick look to it, just a creamy, and I hate saying mouthfeel, but texture, a creamy texture.
Yeah.
To it, and that I really enjoyed. This is very different.
Yeah. From
anything I've had before, and when we first tasted it on the nose, I think we were talking about what that flavor was because it has a little caramely to it, but it's not caramel.
Yeah.
And you said,
I said like the top of creme brulee, like that with that torch on there.
And I said, even though I know I'm wearing a football shirt now, I said, man, that makes me want some creme brulee. It's so good.
Yeah.
Even though we got football shirts on. But that's cool. I will say this. So we poured that, and we both had the same thing. As I was drinking it, and on the finish, the finish is long. The finish really lingers. Yeah, I'm getting it now.
Still kind of there, yeah.
A couple minutes afterward, you still I could still chew on. Like almost feel like you could chew on it some more. But it gets a little spicier So we poured it again just to compare it between with the ice and then without the ice to get because we both think I like it better without the ice.
Yeah.
But the second pour, not full pour, we just said a little bit, but was spicier. You get a lot more spice, and even though it was sweet initially, it was balanced with that spice. But as we continued to drink it, the spice really came to the forefront on the palate, and the sweetness. They like flip flopped.
Yeah, it was
places,
very strange,
which was kind of odd. But still, this is a very nice sipping bourbon. The proof on it seems like
almost
just
perfect.
Right where you wouldn't want it any stronger because then the alcohol would take over. But it's like right balanced right in there.
Yep, I agree.
Where just the flavors pop through, and the alcohol is there, but certainly not at the forefront when you're drinking it, but enough to deliver. So this one's weird for me. I almost feel like I got to drink it some more to really get a good feel for it.
Shucks.
Right, I know. There's several bottles where you're like they're so unique. I feel like I gotta have them over a couple days and try to decide if I really, really like it because it's just so different. But right off the bat, I would give this one probably a 3.5 on just overall. I enjoyed it, maybe even a 4. Between a 3.5 and a 4. I liked it, but the more I drank it, the less maybe it was just like coming through as like just awesome. But those first few sips, I was like, wow, this is really knocking my socks off.
Yeah.
My downside to this though is the value of it. It's a bottle and bond. It's 100 proof, and it's I'm gonna say mid 70s. It was $70-some. I know it was under 80. That's pretty pricey for a bottled and bond. It's a small distillery. It's all in-house. They do it all themselves, and I like that. They don't outsource anything, and they really deliver an awesome product. It makes me want to try more of their products. I think sadly I saw the retail price on the 100% corn was $145.
Ooh.
So I probably won't be trying that unless we visit the distillery.
Yeah,
they gave me a sample.
give it a little taste.
Which I would love to go visit.
Yeah, it's not that far.
No, about 3 hours we looked at. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are you at with this, Ben?
Well, I'm kind of right there with you. I think I'm going to go for a 3 on the flavor. It's very good, like you said, very unique too. I don't know why, but when I tried it the second time without the ice, like it flip flop and everything kind of. And again, it could have been because my mouth was a little cold from the ice. I don't know. I think I'll have to try it again, like you said.
Where are you going to find a bottle? I'll try that again.
Well,
no, you can have some.
Yeah, with the value, and it's a little pricey for, like you said, a bottle and bond. I'll probably give that a 3 as well. I mean, it is really good and very unique.
Right. I would. This is not something I feel like I want to have them. I would at $70. Wouldn't buy a bunch of bottles.
Refill.
But if I saw this in a bar, you should give it a try because it's really
very neat.
interesting.
Very interesting.
Or if you have the money and that's in your price range, having a bottle of it, I don't think you'd be disappointed in the experience that you get from it. That being said, it's not something to be like, man, this is something you need stocked on your bar all the time.
Yep.
So yeah, 3.5. If I tried some more, I could see it going up. I could also see it going down. I'm at a 3.5, and I could see it going down to a 3 based on that second run through. But I could also see it moving up if I just try it some more. Sometimes they grow on you. Sometimes they wane on you.
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
So I'm gonna be sampling some more of this. But right now, I would still be recommended to buy one if you see one out there.
Yeah, if you see one, I'd say pick it up. Give it a try.
I think so. So if you got any comments or anything, please let us know, and we'll see you next time, guys.
See ya.